Hey guys, can you hear me? Everything works? We're all over the show here. Sorry about that. Try and get on top of it at some point, but I have a termite inspection tomorrow, so everything's got to be away from the walls by sort of time I leave for work in the morning, which doesn't leave a lot of room. But anyway, here we are for live stream. Hey Peter, 624 Dudley, g'day. Stuart, g'day. Bill, g'day. Mark Osborne. Kevin, Darren. Journeyman Randy, g'day. How are we all going? I'm feeling a bit burnt, to be honest. I feel like crawling into bed in the movie or something and going to sleep, but I'm not sure that's going to happen tonight. So, still got one more day to work, and then I've got an early start Friday to load a steam engine for fridge. Dan at Dan's shed. Going to load that on the truck. Got some cash in the pocket to pay the balance of it from Dan. And we'll load that up and I'll be on my way at some point. But that's Friday morning. I don't know if I would love to get some stuff done Friday on the roller, but we'll see. We'll see. Sleep in the car somewhere on the way sounds like a pretty good option as well. Anyway. We're kind of caught up. I went up to the foundry again on Tuesday. End up recasting these levers as per the original drawings this time, or part of the original parts. Kevin going to Grafton to put these on the roller and get it ready for a rally in a couple of weeks' time. It's coming up pretty close, pretty quick. These are finished. Hopefully there's no real hiccups when we put them together. I hope. There's a bag of washers somewhere. I've got no idea where that is. I haven't seen that for a bit. It's here somewhere, I'm sure. We will locate it. These have all been filed out square on top. Sorry about the bad lighting here tonight. I don't know what causes that. For some reason we seem to have a lighting problem. Bit grainy for some reason. I wonder if this is... We've got a dirty screen. Hang on, here's my shirt. Don't think that's any better, sorry guys. Still can't find my tablet either. I've been looking for that up and down. Anyway, these got filed out and they got a roll pin across them. And they got tapped on the end and the pin put in, a bit Loctite. It's all sort of fitted up. They're ready to go. So there's two like this and there's two like this, which are a nightmare of a thing, but they've actually turned out pretty nice. I think they're certainly a lot better than what was on there. So we've gone from basically this, right, which is basically ugly and loose. It's one of the problems, and not a real good fit. and no packing or anything, and awful hex with 2 holes through it because someone stuffed up the direction the first time, and 2 like riveted in pins that are all loose. Like that one's not, maybe this one isn't, but a lot of them are. And we've gone from that, which is ugly, it's just a bit of flat bar, a bit depression style, to this, which is got a bit of shape to it and a good fit and a square head to fit it on and proper pins and hard pins and washers and everything else ready to go. So I'm pretty pleased with them, and they might even be water, they may even be somewhat steam tight. I'm not holding my breath on that. I bet they leak, but they can't be worse than these, absolutely. So we got, basically these go round in circles the way they work, and the one lever operates the lot. This one goes here and this one goes here on the front, one each side of the cylinder, and this one goes here and this one goes here. So there's a lever across this pin and this pin from the control rod, operates them. Then there's a lever across the front to the long ones, across there to there, and that operates these. And then there's another lever down this side, so when you push the, or when you pull the lever out or push it in or whatever you do, I think you pull it out to open them. I think that's the way I sorted it out. I think you pull it out. Or maybe you push it in to open it. I don't know. I did give it some thought. Yep. No, you pull it out to open it because it's got a crank on it too. So it's got a lever as well. So when you pull the lever out, it pushes these in and opens them, and pushes this one round, pushes this one round against the cylinder, pushes this one round out into space, pushes this one round against this one and opens the 4 of them. That's the theory. Anyway, they're looking good, really happy with them. At this point, once we put them on the roller, it might be completely different, but they're certainly 1,000 times better than what we had. So that's what I've done this week, is finish them, get them all going. They're certainly a lot better than what they were. And it's one bit that's actually shiny, so we don't know how that's going to last. Had this rotten old plate that I borrowed, I could take it back on Friday. And Bill, it's a bit like that. But this was just pinched off a plate and it's off a board in a museum, and put it back. But it's been, I don't know what's wrong with the camera tonight. Sorry guys. Why is it grainy? No idea. Anyway, it's grainy. Maybe there's just not enough light in here. Don't know if that helps or not. Maybe that helps. But anyway, this one's got to go back. We actually cast a couple off that one, which are a bit sort of, that one's sort of all right. It'd probably clean up reasonably well, I think. Probably clean up fairly well. needs a file up. I haven't even looked at that. This one cleaned up kind of okay. It's not too shabby. My friend Karen, who's nameplate whiz really, did the artwork for this on her CAD program and CNC engraved or cut a pattern for this for the museum, for the foundry, so they've got a copy of it. Morning, Paul. And I copied this one off that particular copy in gunmetal on Tuesday. This probably won't be a bad plate, so we might use that. Roby and Co belt buckle. Big maybe. So anyway, we've got plates ready to go too. And I've got this, which is the oil cover. 710 lid for the offside bearing on the Robertson saw bench. So this is another job that I'll take down and try. So that's another thing we've done. Managed to get going. Lapped all these in with this kit, which I borrowed off a mate, which is very, very nice. Let him actually lend it. MSC Time Saver test kit for lapping. So there's a nice set there. John Pettit mentioned that. I don't think he's used it, and I used a little bit of a couple of different grades and lapped them in. So hopefully they're somewhere near steam tight now. Bit of messing around to get them right. Probably not enough, but we'll see. So I have to take that back to him at some point. Anyway, that's about all I've done this week. Messed with that. I've got a big pile of brass shavings in the carpet here that need to be vacuumed up at some point. The vacuum's there, right there to do it before I do anything else much. I've actually spent half hour messing with this. Got the crankshaft machine sort of down to round anyway in the middle. That's as far as I got with that. To have a bit more of a play with it at some point. Ran out of time on that one. So did that as well. What's everyone else doing? What's everyone else up to? Don't know whether to put my sticker board back up there on the wall, which is there, ready to go up. It goes on the back of this bench, or whether to put that spark plug cabinet up there on the wall behind it. This is more fragile, and I've got nowhere to put it, so maybe that'll empty another box as well, so maybe I'll put that up there if I can think of a way of doing it. Don't know yet. That's where we're at. I actually had a bit of a clean up and moved a couple of boxes. I don't know if you noticed, but there is a few boxes less in here than there was, and a little bit more space, which is good. We're getting there. Bill's done a half-assed attempt at some contact. We'll look out for that and enjoy it, because Bill's content's always good. Did see a video from Kim Bazalik today. Tea and biscuits, g'day. Excuse me. Jeez. No luck on the tablet. It's very obvious. No idea where it is. I don't know whether it's gone out in the rubbish, or whether it's in the van, or whether it's here, or whether it's in a bag, or where it is. I'm guessing it'll turn up at some point, but I haven't really had it outside or anything, so I've got no idea. I'm feeling the pinch a bit with this. Maybe it's time I had new ones, well and truly out of date, but I don't know. It's one of the mysteries of life. Oh. Dan might have it. It could actually be at Dan's. There's every chance that I left it at Dan's. It's an absolute valid point. Kim Bazalik, good day. New video from you. I don't know. You would have commented, I think, if you went looking through my search history. But he hasn't seen it either, apparently. I got 2 likes, which is one more of a like than Kim Bazalik's video on his mini lathe. So that's pretty poor, everyone. If everyone's sitting around watching videos, you should at least like them before you sign out, even if you don't comment. Hey, Chirp. I guilted someone else into doing that. Dan won't be in because he's having drinks with his boss, so that kind of wipes him out for the afternoon. And I think they've got another big day tomorrow, and they're going to knock off early on Friday, which is excellent. I don't care if you like my video or not, but some of the other creators who are making actual quality content, you should like theirs. Geez, I'm getting rid of a lot of watch repair textbooks and magazines and things to an acquaintance tomorrow, so a colleague. So that's freed up a couple of bookshelves, which is really nice. Hot here, Journeyman Randy says hot. Happy 4th of July and all that stuff, I guess, too, if you're in America. Don't blow yourself up with fireworks. Poison yourself. Or do anything rash for insufficient freedom, etc. You don't want Dan on the terps. It gets embarrassing. Actually, he doesn't show his drink much. You can get him pretty well maggoted before you even notice. Like you really sort of. Yeah. It's the 5th. Yeah, you get that tea and biscuits. Too many Vivo reviews. Yeah, the new Bangor apparently. I think they have some probably reasonable stuff. I've used their products and things, but yeah, they were around, but they just weren't advertising quite as serious. We have quite a lot of evil, like materials handling stuff here, but yeah. We've got some toe jacks and some machinery trolleys and rollers and things like that. They all seem to be pretty good. Chirpy, I've lost my tablet, don't know where it is, so I'm with a phone here and it's a bit ordinary and I apologise for that, it really is. Hopefully at some point we'll find it. Big casting week this week, Chirp. There's all these levers for the tops of these. And a stack of Roby engine plates and an oil lid. I think they all look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with these, really am. These are gunmetal. Doc really excelled himself with the mix. I don't know what he did, but these run beautifully and cleaned up really nice. No flash, no nothing. They come out of the moulds really good. Pretty happy with them. Awesome, Chirp. So that's where we're at. Apart from that, there's nothing else much I've done. Even a little bit. I've got to clean this bench off at some point before I go to bed. And I need to take that box there with rubbish in it. I need to hang up that shirt. I need to put away some of this stuff. And I need to move this cabinet and the lathe. That's my list of things to do tonight. And then I've got to move my bed and a couple of bookcases in the morning. They're what we call gunmetal. It's sort of a bronze. It's tin and lead. They're actually a really good match for these. Whereas this is plain brass, it's a different colour altogether. Need to put that spanner away too. Yeah, it's pretty nice actually though. Pretty happy with it. These are just screwed in the back here, they're screwed right through 3/8 Whitworth. And these are 01, these pins, and I just blacked them up in a bit of oil. One of these nuts has a problem, two of these nuts have a problem. This one turns with the lever, if you can see that. That's excellent, that's the way that should be. This one also turns with the lever, so when you turn it, the nut turns as well, so it's not going to come undone. It's excellent. This one and this one don't turn with the lever, so the nut comes undone. So when you turn the nut doesn't move. So probably they're going to get hit with a centre punch when they're put together. So, don't know what the story is there. I need to get mine out and set up and have a bit more of a play with it at some point. When these are back on the roller, and I should have 2 or 3 weeks, a couple of weekends anyway, before this event that we're taking the roller to. Should have a couple of weekends to do some workshop jobs. Plenty to do. Damn. Sorry, guys. No one else is real chatty either, and I'm not feeling particularly excited or enthusiastic about anything either, and I apologise for that. It's been a pretty crazy week up to now. I left home at about 7:30, 8 o'clock or something yesterday morning. And braved the traffic for an hour to get up there, an hour and a half. Got these moulded and poured, and then come back for 2 hours of the traffic back. Got home about 4 o'clock and then fitted all those handles up and got them to the point that they're ready to go. Yeah, some sort of system chirp in the swivel joints, so that they actually do tighten up and there's no backlash. It'd be a very good thing. Interested to see what you work out. Has anyone tried to make a jet engine? No, not particularly. I know people who have. You probably want to get onto Dan Shed about that if you're chatting with him. Sorry, guys. I'm feeling a bit pushed. Had a big day. My lathe will cut 40 TPI, but what diameter are the 40 TPI threads? You probably get a tap pretty easy. Digger up, good day. Don't know if you've actually missed anything. I don't think you have. It's a bit quiet here tonight. Feeling a bit sleepy. Gee, 1"1 by 40 is a bit expensive for a tap. But 1"1 by 40 at least is a pretty easy thread to cut. It's probably a metric equivalent, it's pretty close. But that mightn't be any easier. I hope everyone else is yawning too, because I'm struggling to stay awake. I better get and do something, to be honest. Anyway. By the time next week rolls around, we should be able to tell whether any of these leak. We should delivered all this stuff. And we should be set, ready to I probably will try and take some video when I go down south, but we'll see how we go. There's a lot of jobs to do, and I can try and get that stationary engine set up. Dan's got a foundation all built ready for it, and we just got to get the vase, which is pretty heavy actually. It's a casting with a water tank in it and a boiler on it. I've got to get that on the foundation in the right way round, and we should be sweet. Get that set up and in the right spot, then Sam can go ahead and file for divorce and everyone will be happy ever after. Anyway guys, I'm probably going to call this because I'm only 35 minutes in, but I haven't got a lot to... I'm not feeling particularly bubbly or effervescent about anything, and I've still got a few hours work to do tonight, so I'm going to get in and do that and get ready for the termite man, and get early start tomorrow. Get tomorrow sort of through tomorrow, and then Friday we're ready to go. I've got the weekend off, which is really nice. Anyway, I'll call it. Take care, guys. Thanks for checking in. Really appreciate catching up with you all. Post some content that isn't Viva ads, and I'll certainly watch it if I can, if I see it. And be kind to each other, eh? I'm out.